Deceiving spirits put out hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is saying one thing, but being an entirely different way. It is disguising oneself as a messenger or as a patron or as a supporter of light and truth and Christ and God and grace and peace, but belying it by agreeing mentally and verbally with eternal torment. They're okay with it. They are okay with it. At best, they'll shrug. At best, they'll say, I don't have to like it, but that's what God says. And when you tell them, no, it's not what God says, look, one level below the surface, they don't bother to do it because they're content and they're happy with that. For one thing, they did not create the beings that are going to be tormented for eternity. They didn't create humanity. They have no vested interest in it because, again, they're hard. Their own conscience. This is what I mentioned at the outset here, having been cauterized. That word in the Greek means burned. It's just been burned off, like singed. You know, when you take a match and burn the end of a rope, it's just singed. It's just cut off. And here's where Paul comes back. This is just me. I just saw this today. This is just me. Paul gives an example of this. And he says, forbidding to marry and abstaining from foods which God creates to be partaken of with thanksgiving by those who believe and realize the truth, seeing that every creature of God is ideal and nothing is to be cast away, being taken with thanksgiving, for it is hallowed through the word of God. He's talking about food. He's literally talking about, this is where the Spirit is smarter than Paul. And Paul's like back in the regular type inspiration now. And he's saying, speaking of how people are going to be withdrawing from the faith and giving heed to deceiving spirits and the teachings of demons. And somebody said, Paul, how bad is it going to get? Give us some examples. And Paul says, well, they're actually going to forbid people to marry, i.e. the Catholic Church. And they're going to, get this, they're going to abstain from foods. They're going to tell you that it's a sin to eat certain foods. It's like, that's the worst thing Paul can come up with. I am going to now apply this to our era. And Paul, I don't think, was aware of the doctrine of eternal torment. So Paul can't even imagine what it's going to be like in our era. So he's talking about creatures of God created by God being ideal.